Hey, navigators, it's Nyosha from Team Navigation. And
Mm.
with me today for this Transformation Tuesday is none other than Akeem the Alchemist. Welcome,
Uh,
brother. Welcome.
peace, sister. Peace, reflection. How's everybody doing? Thank you for having
Oh,
me once again.
man, thank you for being here. You picked the
Yeah.
most awesome background sceneries. Like, that is so wonderful behind you. Wow.
I appreciate that. Just being next to some water out in nature, man. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like
You know I love the water. I'm a fish, so I'll advocate for water all day.
it.
I love it. But it's very serene. It's
Yes,
empowering. And water,
absolutely.
you talk about transformation and where you can go with water. Water, man,
Indeed.
can tear down and build up things. So I definitely appreciate
Absolutely.
some water. So what we talking about today, the alchemist? What we have going on today?
So I think our conversation for today is we can quote it as what's under your hood.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
What's under your hood?
what's under your hood?
Man. All
First,
right.
before we even dive into the topic of today, what's that even sound like to you, sis? What's under your hood? What's that sound
Okay.
like to you?
Okay, so right now I'm gonna date myself a little bit because when you say what's under your hood, I'm thinking about a car, a vehicle. You know,
Right.
you gotta
Indeed.
physically check.
Indeed.
When we used to do the oil spill, the oil checks, the
Right.
dips, right? And people don't do that today. They get the car, they
Indeed.
lease it, whatever they buy, they take it to the servicer, and they let the servicer deal with it. So we don't know what's going
Absolutely.
on. I remember back
Right.
in the day, you know, mommy would take her car, Uncle Jake would go ahead and do the brakes and check it out. And other
Uh
people, you
huh.
know, Uncle Robert even, they would do the checks and balances of the car. But I really don't see that
Absolutely.
anymore. I can say that I am an advocate of opening your hood. I believe that you should, and I was taught that you should open the hood of every vehicle that you purchase. So each time I have a vehicle, I'm always opening the hood. I want to make sure that I have something clean, that's efficient, and that's running smoothly under there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you for the explanation.
yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. So, under your hood. Now, last week I knew we wanted to the gut truth, um, or better yet, do you have the guts to what it takes? So, kind of tying that to this week, what do you have under your hood? Now, we're going to use your example of the motor vehicle, which is excellent.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about a motor vehicle, we have to think about the first motor vehicle that we have at birth,
Mm,
which is our bodies, right?
mm, mm.
That's the first vehicle that we get to navigate in this physical existence is our bodies, right?
Okay.
And then when we open up our actual hoods, we can compare our internal organ system to the internal organ system of a car, right?
Ah,
So
yes.
say our check engine light comes on
Okay.
or we're feeling sick.
Okay.
So we pop our hood, right? And we find that our battery is low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our battery is low in our vehicle, which can be in comparison of our hearts being weak and our cardiovascular level being low, and we're having hearts and ache pains, and such as the battery to your car is running low off of energy, right? So
Mm,
what do we have to do then? We have to charge our battery.
right.
So and by us charging our battery, we also have to charge our hearts. Which what we do? Good food, beet juice,
Exercising.
aerobic exercises,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Because our bodies, family, are electricity.
Yes.
You know, everything in the body is electricity. If my heart stops right now, the paramedics are going to come and revive me using electricity, right?
Electricity. Electricity.
Electricity,
Yes.
electricity. Yes. So we
Yes.
have to be really um, mindful and observant to how our body can relate to the car motor. Another example would be our blood vessels, right? Our blood
Okay.
vessels. So if we're eating let's say, fast food, highly processed foods that can lead
Mm-hmm.
to clogged arteries, that can lead to osteosclerosis. This is the same things as spark plugs and wires in your car becoming bad and you needing a tune-up, right?
Right, right. So, okay, let me now translate this into the real estate financial world, right?
Right. Exactly.
Your car, what's under your hood?
Right.
That's me asking a buyer, how qualified are you, right? Do you know
Exactly.
your credit
Exactly.
score? Do you have the
Exactly.
savings in place, right? Are you
Exactly.
renting now, or do you have another property? Because if you have another property and you want to make a purchase, then that changes everything. You need more money
Right.
down, right? Because now you're an investor. But
Right.
have you taken the time to invest in yourself and
Right.
ensure that your engine is running correctly? Have you started that savings? Have you done your needs versus your wants checklist, right? And
Right.
identified where you're frivolously spending your money every month and how much you have going out the door versus what you have coming in. So
Absolutely.
that's definitely a check and balance what's under your hood for the real
Absolutely.
estate aspect. If it's related to credit, hey, do you even know your credit score? That's the first
Right.
question.
Right.
You know your
Exactly.
credit score, and do you know, you were about to get into the vessels, the blood vessels, do you even know the vessels that are dragging or affecting your credit score, right?
Indeed.
Because
Wow.
everything coming in and everything going out, you have to be smart. Are you paying off this credit debt with the
Right.
minimum balance every month, or are you effectively paying it, right? Are you
Right.
effectively attacking your
Right.
debt so that your credit engine can run smooth?
Indeed.
All right, so I gotta let you get back to it. I gotta let you get
That's
back to it. I just
that's
wanted to
science right
relate.
there. That's science right there.
I just wanted to relate.
Yeah, that's science right there. I love that. I love that. I love how everything ties in. Yeah, so
Listen,
just
that's
piggyback
life.
off that. Exactly though.
That's life, and
Exactly.
the facts and the knowledge that you are giving us is so paramount. That's why this transformation Tuesday, it's exactly that, right? We're
Right.
transforming our minds. We want to transform our money. We want to transform our homes, and it's a
Right.
holistic approach. It's a
Right.
holistic process. It's not just one way to look at this, right?
Right.
Like you said, if you want the best vehicle, you have to put things in that vehicle that are going to
Exactly.
sustain it. If you want the best
Exactly.
home for you and your family, you have to put in the work that's going to sustain your
Exactly.
mortgage, right? For your family.
Indeed.
So I get it totally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very beautiful. You know,
Yeah,
if we need an oil change, we do oil change in the car, right? We wouldn't want to put in anything than grade A oils in our car, right?
right.
But when our body needs an oil change, you know, we put in, sodary drinks, sugary drinks,
Right.
excuse me,
Right.
the Cokes and the Pepsis and different things, and putting these things into our body is really affecting our overall health, our optimal health.
Hmm.
And the way that you eat and the way that you treat your body can be a direct indicator of your financial situation.
There you go.
Um, we take a lot of times taking care of our car to the ultimate extreme, but
Yeah.
then we take so little care and so little value we place on taking care of our physical vessel.
Right.
You know, can
Right.
we overcome our urges? Can we overcome our cravings?
Yeah.
That's a real big thing. Your
Yes.
gut and your intestines are your engine. That's the
Yes.
engine of your car.
Do
You,
you
you
have the
know,
guts to withstand?
exactly. Do you have the guts to withstand? You know what I mean? Do you have the ability to endure when those tough times come, and
That's
when your faith and your strength and your will is being tested,
yes.
to stand and to love yourself enough, self responsibility to love
Yes.
yourself enough to take care of your physical vessel. You know what I mean? Because what is wealth without health?
Oh, what? What is
You know
wealth
what I mean?
without health? I love it. What is wealth without health? Yes, I
what
love
is what
it.
is wealth without health? How can we fully um enjoy $100,000 if we have all these chronic illnesses? You know what I mean?
Right.
How can we live our lives or want to be young and youthful for our children and our grandchildren and our nieces and our nephews
Yes.
if we aren't taking care of our physical vessel?
Yes.
If we aren't taking our time when you get a stuffy nose and when you're coughing to pop that hood, because that check engine light is going to come on.
You got
You
it.
know,
You got it.
we're not going to put sugar in our tanks in our car. So why are we putting all this excess sugar in our bodies? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. You gave me tagline after tagline after tagline. What? These are lifelines. That's what they are. Lifelines to live by.
Lifeline.
Incredible. So, I mean, I see so many connections, right? And we spoke about this.
Absolutely. Family is just truly important. The human body. Yes, go ahead, sis. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, Akeem?
Yes.
Okay, you're there. Awesome. I can see you now. Your screen is actually
Yes, I can hear
a
you.
little frozen, but as long as you can keep talking, that's all right. We can see
Yes.
your beautiful face, so it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So I see all of the connections.
Yes.
I see how we can translate this into a building and sustaining our future, both mentally, physically, financially,
Absolutely.
and then for our stability, right? So that brick and mortar sense, building up your house, building up your wealth, because as you said, what is wealth without health? It's nothing, right? So as we continue to seek wealth, investments, through our purchases, through paying down our credit, through figuring out and becoming fully sustainable by growing our own food and making sure that we're putting in the valuable oil and nutriments that we need to have great gut health, right? As we're doing all of these things, we have to be mentally conscientious that we are the determiners of our own success, right? We have to put in, we just basically have to stop and do the work to put in to our vehicles that oil. Stop using synthetic, stop taking a roundabout way to get there, and put something in that is healthy, that has nutritional value, and that is going to sustain you.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. That's powerful. That's powerful stuff, brother.
Absolutely. And since this is the last analogy that I would use.
Yeah.
So we can even think about our tires on our car.
Oh.
You know, when the tires wear and tear, we go and we get new tires, right?
Yeah.
Fortunately, our body is intelligent enough that if we are experiencing, let's say, joint pain or inflammation or some type of pain, because inflammation, family, is just your body sending neurotransmitters to different sites to repair wear and tear. So when you actually feel inflammation can be a great thing, you know, but excess inflammation, just like excess wear and tear on your tires, can be detrimental for your body as well. But once again, what's that mean? Maintenance. We got to put air in our tires, okay? We got to put air in our tires, and we got to put oxygen in our muscles, right? So we got to put oxygen in our muscles, then we might have to change our tires. So if we want to change the genetic disposition of our muscles and our joints, what do we have to do? We have to put the right things in, you know, kale, spinach, chard, arugula, smoothies, berries. These are the type of things that's going to help us succeed way down the line. And when we start to reshape our taste buds, you know, then the wisdom of the body is which a coin is returned. We will start to crave healthy foods instead of craving those unhealthy foods that add to the detriment of our vehicles.
What? That was insane knowledge. What?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if they got all of that. I don't even know if they got it all, but I know that I had my smoothie today. I know that I watered my tomatoes today. I watered my grass. So I gave back. I actually nurtured my sustainability.
There you go.
And I encourage you all to do the same. This is the
Please.
Alchemist. This is Transformation
I give
Tuesday.
thanks.
This
Thank
is
you, sis.
changing your mind, your money, your home. This is Team Navigation. And we thank you so much for joining us. That was
Yes.
incredible.
Thank you. I'm learning from you. I'm
Man,
learning from you. So keep teaching
listen.
me. So you know what I mean?
Listen, you are dropping the knowledge, the science, and that's the mental stability that we need. That's the
Yeah.
mental stamina that we need. You know, I
Yeah.
need people to make sound decisions. And when they're making these sound decisions, you know, they have a full belly. They know what's under
Woo.
their hood. They know what is affecting their
Yes.
tires, right? And why
Yes.
they always feel like they're wobbling, right?
Woo. Yes.
Get stable, people. Get
Get stable.
stable.
Get
Yeah.
stable.
Get that maintenance check. Check in on yourself.
There you go.
Because what is wealth without health?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Nada.
Nothing.
Nada. I love that. I so love that. Oh my God. I love it. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, sis, thank you for having me out. I'm looking forward to the future, and we just gonna keep growing.
We're going to keep rocking it out. That's right.
Keep rocking it out. Thank you so much,
Thank
family.
you. I love
Peace. Until
you,
next
and
time.
just peace and blessings to you always. Okay?
You know, I love you always. Peace and blessings, Queen.
All right. Peace out, navigators. Have
Take
a
care.
great one. Transformation Tuesday, y'all.